You hear all the time that growth happens when you're outside your comfort zone, which makes sense. If you're only staying where you're comfortable, how are you going to make any progress? In the past, I've definitely stayed where it's comfortable in terms of my fitness. I would rely on my natural athletic talent to get me as far as I could, but I would never really push to reach my full potential. In the last few years, I started racing Ironmans, and that journey so far has taught me a familiar lesson. If I only rely on my talent, I will make little to no progress. That's not to say that showing up consistently in training won't bring you results, but if you're staying where you're comfortable within that training, you might be missing out on your full potential. It's Monday, I have my lunch break coming up. I'm gonna try and do 8 miles. So I wanna do 2-mile warm up, 4 miles at tempo in the middle, and then 2-mile cool down.
So running north right now, I'm running with the wind and it is just incredibly stale. It automatically feels like 15 degrees hotter when I'm going this direction. Okay, so just did the 2-mile warm up. First mile settled in at like 9:05, 9:10, and the second one was 9:48. You know, the first one always goes out a little too fast. It's also downhill, so. And now I'm gonna head over to this other section and start hitting the 4 miles at tempo pace. All right, here we go. First mile, 8:07. It's so hot out here that the heart rate's just going way up. We're just gonna run it though. Going this way feels like heaven, bro. The wind is right in my face. Mile 2, 8:14. Mile 3, 8:14. Just got one more to go. Mile 4, 8:01. All right, that's 4 miles of tempo. Yeah, right. Jeez Louise. It is so hot out here. The wind is going one direction, so it was beautifully glorious and amazing going one direction, and going the other direction, it was like running through what felt like fire.
It was a lot hotter than I thought it was going to be, so I'd be interested to see if I did that same type of run, the 2 warm up, 4 tempo, 2 cool down, if I did that earlier in the morning when it's like 60, 65 degrees out, what my heart rate would look like in those middle 4 miles, because it was maxed out, not gonna lie. And if you're wondering, I got chicken nuggets with some Nashville hot chicken sauce, electrolytes, and smoothie. All right, so on the list today is an easy run, whether it's 5 miles or an hour. We'll see how that goes because something today is a little bit different. We got the baby with us. My wife and I picked this up yesterday and we're gonna put it through the paces this morning. So this was the first time running with the new stroller and it automatically was making the pace a little slower. About a minute to a minute and a half slower, but the heart rate was still at the top of zone 2. Maybe this will be good for me and force me to slow down in the future, for 2 reasons. One, because it's more weight to push and on my easy runs I want to keep the heart rate the same. Or the fact that it's my daughter's first nap of the day and I don't want to wake her up by going too fast. Getting out of your comfort zone with training doesn't always mean you have to push yourself physically. Sometimes it looks like doing the mundane, easy miles when you have every excuse not to.
My wife is training for her first 5K and had a workout scheduled on the same day as 4th of July. After taking care of our 8-month-old daughter, the evening rolled around and she could have easily taken the night off, but instead wanted to go out and complete her workout. With every reason to skip because of the holiday, she decided to go out and do the work. This isn't saying you always need to grind and take no days off, but more to illustrate that by choosing to complete the mundane tasks for the sake of consistency, you're pushing the needle 1% in the right direction.
All right, on the list, we got 10 miles or an hour and a half, whichever comes first. Let's go. .75 miles into this. I'm doing 2 warm-up, 1 mile on, 1 mile off the whole time. Hot, I'll tell you that much. Woo.